Hello everybody and welcome back to Razorwire. This is James Reese from Razorthorn, and today I want to talk about cryptocurrency. So there's been a bit of news recently, Wednesday, North Korean attacks on crypto exchanges reportedly net $316 million in 2 years. So this was something that came out in the register. It's been on a number of other places as well. The amounts tend to change. So I want to talk about crypto and the crypto industry. Now, I've been a lover of crypto for a while. I am a holder of Bitcoin. I find the whole idea behind cryptocurrency is really interesting. I do think it's the way forward for a lot of people. And we've seen a significant rise in Bitcoin's price in the last few years. 2 years ago it was like $3,000, between 3 and 6 grand. Now, this week, or last week and this week, I mean, it's topping sort of $47,000. In price. The adoption for it is rapidly increasing. We have a number of large organizations out there that have come out and said that they're amassing Bitcoin. We've got Grayscale, we've got a number of other hedge funds who've come out, a number of other big investors who are saying that some of their portfolio is moving over to cryptocurrencies. And we've recently had Tesla, and this is part of the reason why there's been about 8 or 9, 10 grand, spike in Bitcoin price. With Tesla, Elon Musk saying that, Tesla is now going to take payment in cryptocurrencies and has amassed quite a significant amount of Bitcoin. A lot more institutions are coming out. We've had Visa, we've had MasterCard. This is a thing, whether you love it or whether you hate it. Cryptocurrency is going to be a thing going forward. Some of you may criticize me for that, and that's fine. If your opinion is different, put a comment below. I'd be more than happy to chat to you about it. But let's face it, it is going to be something going forward. Now, there's a bit of an argument here. I mean, it came out a while back, but we're still in the very early adoption phase. There's going to be whole institutions and organizations built up around cryptocurrency and supporting cryptocurrency and the functions. We've had exchanges for a while. We've got stockbrokers like eToro, that kind of thing. They now deal in cryptocurrency, and Visa and MasterCard saying they're going to get into it. And it's only a matter of time before Apple and Amazon and the other big institutions start getting involved. Now, one of the things about cryptocurrency, there's a few things that have cropped up over the years. There's people who say, cryptocurrency is only for hackers and crackers and people dealing in drugs and that kind of thing. And there is an element of that. I mean, I'm not going to go into the nature of cryptocurrency and how the ledger works and blockchain and so on and so forth. But it can facilitate criminal proceeds, but there is a much, much wider adoption for it in the form of being able to make payments relatively quickly. Bitcoin payments are a bit slow at the moment, but the technology is getting better all the time. It's getting faster as well. It takes me 4 or 5 days to transfer funds. Paying a bill for somebody in Switzerland or somebody in the States or whatever through the traditional banking system. Well, with cryptocurrency, that's a significant amount faster. And I can see it getting more and more popular. It already is. But we need to look at the security behind it. And I think it's important to look at that. There have been some very, very large hacks, especially of cryptocurrency exchanges. The Mt. Gox hack alone, for instance, involved millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin being stolen. And that was at a time when the price for Bitcoin was relatively, I say low, but it was a lot lower than it is now. I mean, if a attack of that magnitude happened now, the same amount of Bitcoin, the amount that it will be worth is just ridiculous to even consider. we've got companies popping up all over the place who are looking to deal in Bitcoin. You need to take security extremely seriously if you're going into the digital currency world. There are all kind of institutions saying they're going to create stable coins and other cryptocurrency because there's a million coins out there. Most of them are trash, but there are some that are doing very well. Dogecoin is doing very well. Ethereum is doing very well, and there's all kinds of things now that you can do with Ethereum and the blockchain, for development purposes. There's all kinds of crazy stuff that you can do. But I do get the impression that security isn't a big part of things at the moment. I think it is. I think it is in people's minds, but I don't think it's being done quite as well as it feasibly could be. I'm probably going to get a bit of criticism for that. I mean, if you're a security person in the cryptocurrency space, please reach out. I'd love to interview you. Love to get your view. Love to talk about it. If you are an investor in cryptocurrency and you want to talk about it, give me a shout. Again, I'd love to talk to you either on camera or off camera. It's a thing. But securing organizations who are either accepting cryptocurrency or companies who are dealing with cryptocurrency, be it an exchange or whatever, you've got to do something. Because if you don't, then 1 minute you could have a buttload of Bitcoin, and the next minute you could have none because somebody's nicked it. And trying to track who's nicked it is extremely difficult because of the nature of how it works. You've got to have good governance. You've got to have good cybersecurity. You've got to take it every bit as seriously as PCI DSS, for instance. And there's every possibility that now Visa and MasterCard are getting involved, that there's going to be something similar. It may be PCI DSS, it may be a different iteration of it, that's going to cater for compliance. If you want to deal in this space with the big boys in the industry, then you are going to have to prove a minimum level of security. And I think if you are dealing in this industry, it only makes sense to have a baseline of security. Make sure it's efficient, make sure it's effective, make sure it's not just protecting you as an organization, but your customers. If you're the next big digital bank, then you have to consider, what your customer's going to do if their Bitcoin is stolen. How are you going to cater for that? You're going to have to either replace it, you're going to get sued to high heaven for a start. So do something about it. I don't see a massive amount of security in that space at the moment. I'm sure there's some discussion going on, but it needs to get better. We need to look at security now whilst people are innovating in this space. We need to get involved early so we can secure it properly, so as it grows, as organically as it seems to be growing, we can make sure that at least the basics are covered, that there's a way of moving forward in a secure fashion that means you can protect your customers, you can protect your business partners, and you can protect yourselves from having massive heists. Mt. Gox, look it up. And there's been a number of others as well. The North Korean attacks, look at the register, look at what they've said. They've got a number of sort of interim reports, they've got a number of events that they've outlined. I'm not going to go through them all, but 316 million is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the amounts that is moving around in the cryptocurrency space. It's just the tip of the iceberg. That's chump change when you look at it. We've got to do something. Cybersecurity, definitely. Governance, definitely. There's every possibility that ransomware malicious actors could start targeting crypto exchanges and organizations dealing in cryptocurrency, because they are going to be very plumb targets for for those guys. Not only are they going to encrypt, sorry, there's some weird stuff going on. There's a bit of a blizzard in the southeast at the moment of the UK, but going back to it, it's exceedingly important to make sure that people's money is efficiently protected at all levels. You've got local wallets, you've got hardware wallets, you've got digital wallets. Wallets are appearing all over the bloody place. Institutions are coming up with all kinds of cool ways to innovate with cryptocurrency. We got to do something, guys. Reach out. If you're a cryptocurrency company, if you're new, if you're well established, let us know. Love to have a chat with you. I'd love to give you some insights into some of the security baselines that you should probably be looking at. We've got some good strategies at Razorthorn for cryptocurrency, and that's me, a bit of a plug, bit of a sales plug there, but we do. And we're built here to help you out and help you protect yourselves and your customers. So let us help you. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe. Click on the bell notification to get notifications as and when we release new content. If you've got some interest in this space, get in contact, leave a comment below. It's great for the algorithm. And please share as appropriate this or any of the other content that we do. Hopefully we'll have some interviews with cryptocurrency people soon. We have reached out to a few people in similar kind of institutions that we've got some dealings with. So hopefully we can get a bit of an insider view from that space, from a non-security standpoint, on what their views are for information security and cyber security in this space. It'll be interesting. So stay cool, guys. Look after yourselves. Try not to freeze if you're in the south of England. It is pretty damn cold out there, and watch out for the ice. Speak to you soon. Cheers. Bye.